Hello, I'm here today to tell you about um, crafting. I enjoy making things. Some of the things I make, uh, well, they vary. I do all kinds of things. One of the things I like to do is to make little buildings. Here's a little house that I made. This is all made out of like tongue depressor, that type of thing. These are our little round dowels, and this is something that I enjoy doing. Um, there are many things that people can do to pass the time, and I think it's important, especially important for retired people or people that might be suffering, maybe handicapped. Uh, Maybe you can't get around like you used to. It doesn't mean you have to stop living or stop being creative. You just need to find your niche. Uh, I don't use a lot of elaborate tools. Uh, Here's a X-Acto knife. Of course, I use that for scoring and cutting things. I have various devices for measuring and gauging what I'm doing. Here is something that I'm quite proud of. I made this Woody, this station wagon here. It's all made out of wood. Bent the wood for my fenders. It's quite nice. Once again, like I say, I don't use any patterns basically. Um, I start from scratch. I get an idea of what I want to make up here, and then I start to cut the pieces out and make it a little bit at a time. I learn from each time that I make something a different way, maybe a better way to do it, or maybe a way not to do it. And I think that's the thing about crafting. I don't think of myself only as a crafter, but also, please forgive my little dogs. They're rather noisy. They get into looking out the window and barking at people walking by the house. Also behind me, you can notice there's a canary. His name is Oliver. And he can be pretty noisy, especially if I'm trying to do something, like talking, that kind of thing, and recording a video. But getting back to the subject matter, finding something to do and something to make can make your life fuller, completer, give you a lot of things. A lot of things I do, I repurpose things. I'll find something and in a secondhand shop or thrift store or on an online auction, and purchase it, and I'll make something out of it. And that's just me. It's not for everybody, but finding something to do is important. I encourage you, if you have spare time, you say, "Well, I can't do nothing. I mean, I can't do anything. I'm not talented like that. I'm not creative." Oh, you'd be surprised of how creative you can be if you simply focus on it. And you may have some failures and some things not turn out as well as others, but things improve with time as you make more. I made a couple of airplanes this winter and sold them at Christmas time, plus a wooden pickup truck that went well. And I just recently made this biplane. And you see, it's much better than the earlier ones I made, I think. Uh, it might not be totally authentic, but the idea is that I made something that someone might like to have. Maybe you'd like to hang it from your ceiling, or you'd like to put it up as a display. It's just a decoration. It really doesn't make a difference. But if nobody ever wants it, I made it, and somebody might be interested in it. We do intend on doing some craft sales this summer. Um, if we can, that's our plan of my wife and I. My wife is also very creative. She knits, she sews, she crochets, she does counted cross stitch. She's just a very talented person. Although she's very humble about it, she doesn't think she is. But let me tell you, she is very talented. I probably should have introduced myself before I started this video, but I've never done anything like this before. My name is Sid Johnson, and I live in Michigan. I've been retired for a few years. I'm disabled. I have some health issues that, have slowed me down, but they haven't stopped me. And that's the important thing, is don't stop living. Don't stop being creative. Don't stop trying to make your life more enjoyable. Maybe you like to read. Reading is a wonderful pastime. And you can learn a lot from it. I like to read. Maybe you like to write. There's other things you can journal. Journaling is a popular thing. My wife likes to do adult coloring pages, and she does a beautiful job on those. And it's just there's just a myriad of things you can do. This is my first video, and like I say, I don't know whether it's going to be of interest to you or not, but by all means, I would like to share with you many of the things that I do, and I just kind of call it odds and curiosities. And so next time we talk, I'll bring out some more things and talk about maybe how to make something, or how to get ideas. So until then, this is goodbye. Sid Johnson signing off. And you have a wonderful, wonderful day.